It was getting towards the end of last week where I was selling and marketing and promoting my book, Taffy How, and I came across a really friendly lady who was thoroughly interested in the book and what I was doing. And she began to ask me a few questions and sort of apologise, sort of saying, "Oh, I'm really sorry if I'm putting you on the spot." And I said, "No, it's good that you're challenging me, because when I am being professionally interviewed, I'll sort of reflect back on certain questions people have asked me," because she was asking me questions like what genre is the book and who's the book aimed for, and questions like that. So I then went on to say to her that eventually I will be working along someone in PR who's going to help me promote the book, etc. And she was saying that she actually works in PR, and it's quite difficult to get magazines interested in books that have been self-published. And I didn't feel too encouraged by that, but what I just did, I just said to her that if you fully believe in what you're doing, then you should be able to achieve what you want. But how about you? Have you been in a situation like that where you have produced or created something and you've met somebody who actually works professionally in that area, and they've turned around and said, well, I don't think it's actually going to work. It's going to be probably really difficult for you to sort of, pull through. And you've used all that motivation, that self-motivation that you've taught yourself to have, you sort of use that just to stop yourself from becoming deflated. Don't forget to comment on my page, welcome Rosalind Roberts, to like and even share. Don't forget to press the notification button so that all the videos that I do come up and running straight to you. And then she bought the book, brilliant. And then after that, I thought about what she said, and I remembered that a few years ago when the book, when Taffy How wasn't in book format, I was actually selling the first chapter for £1.50. And I remember working locally, and a gentleman was really impressed with what I was doing. And he said, would you mind if I actually contacted the papers? And I thought, yeah, thought nothing of it. A week later, I had a national paper ring me and say that we're actually going to put an editorial in our paper. Would you mind if we included your phone number? And I said, no problem. And I asked the person concerned, when will the editorial be out? And they told me when it was going to be out. So I bought the paper on the day, looked for it, couldn't find it anywhere. And then I remember leaving the house early, coming back round about 4 p.m. As soon as I put my foot through the door, the phone didn't stop ringing in relation to the editorial. So the first person that rang me, I said to them, where is it? And he told me where it was, and it was a tiny weeny box, right? But from that tiny weeny box, it attracted a lot of attention, and I had one or two major papers ring me. I remember being interviewed for over an hour by a major paper, and then another paper came over to take some photographs. I was on the first page. That was of a local paper, but it's a really well-known local paper. And then a major radio station rang me and said, would you mind if we interviewed you first thing in the morning? Which they did. So I sort of reflected upon that. And also the TV, I remember a TV station wanted to interview me for the news. But then when the actual day came, they had a more important, something more important turned up. So they couldn't interview me. And I thought, something, that wasn't my time there and then, that wasn't my time. And I sort of reflected upon that, and I just thought, well, why did that happen then if no one was interested? So I respect the fact that she is a professional, and anytime I'm talking to a professional person who knows what they're talking about, I fully respect it. But I still have to sort of, take the advice, all right, and continue to plod on and just go for it and achieve what I feel I can achieve. But I mean, if you have stories like that whereby someone's told you that it's going to be very difficult to achieve what you're going to achieve because of the way that you're doing it, but you've gone ahead, you've taken their advice, all right, but you've gone ahead and you've achieved what you wanted to achieve and even more, it would be really good to hear from you. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.